We're now going to have a taste of each book for the rest of our time together. And to start off, I'd like to invite Gail Wasello from Green Mountain Monastery to speak to the foreword of Sparks of the Universe.
Thank you, Sally. Hello, everyone, and congratulations to Margie and Jen. It is such an honor to be here in your midst, and also an honor to have been asked to write the foreword to your book, Jen. And what I wanted to say very briefly is that in his encyclical, Pope Francis says that he could not have written Laudato Si without turning to that great a saint of inspiration and patron of ecology, Saint Francis of Assisi, who has been such an influence and inspiration to people all over the world. And one of the most inspiring stories of Saint Francis is the legend of Saint Francis and the Wolf of Gubbio. And in that story, the townspeople are complaining because there is apparently a ferocious wolf that is threatening the town. And so the people ask Francis to deal with the wolf. So Francis goes to deal with the wolf, and the wolf goes to attack Francis. So Francis makes the sign of the cross, and the wolf calms down. And then they strike up a conversation. And they have an agreement in the end, and they agreed that the townspeople will put food on the edge of the village if the wolf promises not to threaten the people anymore. So you see many, many icons of St. Francis and the wolf where Francis is shaking the paw of the wolf in that agreement. But I bring this story up because Francis is the patron saint of ecology, and in that moment, we see, we learn from Francis, he gives us like the capacity to listen to the voices. He listens to the voices of other kind. And in that encounter with the wolf, they strike up a mutual agreement with each other. And in Sparks of the Universe, Jen's many rituals are about listening to the voices of other kind with whom we share our common home. And the book is so beautifully put together in simplicity and gives us the capacity to slow down and to listen to the voices. So as I wrote the foreword, that is what I really wanted to celebrate in terms of Jen's book. And she asks us and leads us in all those rituals to listen to the voices. So thank you so much. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Margie, and congratulations again.
Thanks, Gail. Now we're going to hear from three poets who will share their original poetry. These poets have been published in Margie's book, Cosmic Sparks. And it's Carmel Cramery, Brenda Pettigrew, and Trevor Parton. We'll begin with Trevor, and we'll have a minute of silence or so in between each of the poems to give us a chance to really absorb each of the poems. Thank you, Trevor.
Those beautiful books. I enjoy reading a page every morning, and it revives my spirit. The poem, The Fire, in that I would like to acknowledge the wisdom of the Upanishad scriptures. It was written in the wilds of the Flinders Ranges on Anzac Day 2007. The fire. I gazed into the fire and wondered, what is this energy coursing through the veins of history like blood and bathing me with warmth? This is its last gasp, for heat is the end of the energy line. Entropy, disorder, waves end, dissipation. And what did this energy do after its journey from the sun? It warmed the earth around the seed, made sugar in the leaves, wood in the stems and trunks, until the tree stood up and said, I am, I am. a tree that is, and carbon, oxygen, and sunlight too, and bits of you. And I am supernova too, and galaxy. And whatever came after that, I am, I am, I am, I am.
The Lilac Tree. When that first hard bud emerged on the lilac tree next to the back door, I almost wondered where it came from. The icy winter, long and hard and lasting, seemed to seal the ground and decimate any opening from the slightest shoot. But there it was, facing me, at eye level, inescapable. Clinging as it seemed to be, winter's chains unbroken, or were broken. How could it not also be with me, I thought? How could it not be that the hardness of my own heart, eclipsing any possibility of a soft soul, could also send forth a bud, a shoot, from a place long dead or I didn't even know about? Nothing ever ends. Nothing ever ends or is finished. The green is witness and wonder, the outward sign of life infinite and not yet imagined. And isn't that sacrament? The outward sign of inward grace? Well, grace is nothing but a slight shift, a lifting of a weight I didn't even know was there. But relieved at its going, oh, inestimably, ecstatically relieved. Not much different, really, from the downy new bud on this lilac tree, or the fuzzy leaf bursting out now everywhere I look. And I among them, one other sacrament emerging from the frozen season. Winter will be back, no doubt about that. But with every exhilarating spring, life gets larger, without and within, like the reaching lilac tree standing sentinel at the back door.
tree. O tree of ancient beauty, whose branches hold the birth of breath, wherein the sun filters in royal fashion and lights up the leaves in shimmering nobility. Reminder of the universe song, whose music is conveyed in the murmur of the wind as she plays her notes of delicate touch on her green foliage. I marvel as I gaze upon you, whose praise of the divine creative energy emerges in the task of being. Simply be. You teach me, you touch me, you life me. As you stand in your magnificent gown of being tree.
Welcome Margie's grandniece Lola. Lola will lead us in a ritual from Jen's book, and Michelle will be leading the response, and we're all very welcome to join the response, although we'll remain muted during that time.
We gather in silence as we honour and reverence Mother Earth. Blessed be breath of life.
Blessed be.
Blessed be earth.
Blessed be.
Blessed be life cycles that sustain us and all creation.
Blessed be.
Blessed be earth, air, fire and water.
Blessed be.
Blessed be deserts and seas.
Blessed be.
Blessed be flowers, grasses and trees.
Blessed be.
Blessed be produce earth generously provides.
Blessed be.
Blessed be those who work towards justice and safekeeping of earth, our common home.
Blessed be.
We pause again in silence as we reverence Mother Earth. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Lola and Michelle. Now it's a time for celebration. And in a moment, I'd like to invite Cheryl Sullivan, who will lead us, who will propose a toast to Jen and Margie. And just a little note, if you would like to see the faces, if you're feeling confident with the Zoom at the moment, you might be able to scroll through and see there are 4 pages of faces joining us today. So now would be a good time, I think, if you'd like to click on the arrows to the sides of the screen, and you will see all the people who are gathered for Jen and Margie's book launch today. And so welcome, Cheryl.
It's a joy and an honour to propose this toast, indeed on behalf of all of us here, but also those who would love to be here and are thinking of us this day. The other day I was reading Matthew Fox's reflection, and he wrote that there is a need for us to fall in love at least 3 times a day. He went on to say that this falling in love is falling in love with creation itself and its many expressions of beauty, of the divine. Jen and Margie, the rituals created in these books, Cosmic Sparks and Sparks of the Universe, offer us this wonderful opportunity of stopping, recognizing the beauty of creation surrounding us, and falling in love daily with creation and with the divine. And of course, if we are in love with this creation and anything we are in love with, we protect and strive to see it enhanced and grow. In usual circumstances, I'd invite everyone now to stand and raise their glasses. In this time instead, as we are linked together as we are, I ask you to lift your hands and fill with the wonder of God's air, to shower that air on you, Jen and Margie. In thanks to you both for this great gift of reflections and rituals that you have created for us. We will use it and share it as we continue to wake up to the wonder of God's creation and our personal responsibility for this earth. Thank you, Jen and Margie. Amen.
Amen. Thanks, Cheryl. So it's time to draw our gathering to a close. You won't believe this, but the box of books that I've been waiting for weeks has just turned up during the course of this celebration. My daughter answered the door and they are sitting on the floor as we speak. So anyone around me, I can't wait to share it with all my educator friends and Faithful Mater friends, and really looking forward to getting hold of those books. Now, to conclude our time together, we have Helen Kieran's, another beautiful original song that she has written called Round Tables. And you may wish to join in the singing because I'll be sharing the words. Thanks, Helen.
A long, long journey and my heart is yearning, and I won't settle until I've found somewhere I find meaningful ways of being, where the power is shared all around. So I seek round tables where we all are able to sit and share our good wine, talk our hearts' deep longings, see our word-shaped song in clear voices creating new rhyme. No top or bottom, let it not be forgotten, everyone has equality here. No lines that angle, something more like a bangle, and the end and beginning aren't clear. When we're at round tables where we all are able to sit and share our good wine, talk our hearts' deep longing, see our word-shaped song in clear voices creating new rhyme. Walking mother, you can come to brother, there is room for everyone here. Take your place beside us, let no one divide us, as the circle melts away fear. When we're at round tables where we all are able to sit and share our good wine, talk our hearts' deep longing, see our words creating new rhyme. I can see just causes, even wild horses cannot keep me from standing my ground. But I need sustaining, and there's scant remaining in the church of the emptying sounds. So we'll build round tables where we all are able to sit and share our good wine. Talk our hearts' deep longings, see our word-shaped song in clear voices, creating new rhyme. I will sit beside you, but I will not hide you from the pain that engagement may bring. I will meet your gaze and we'll create new ways for our truth and our passion to ring. We'll create round tables where we all are able to sit and share our good wine. Talk our hearts' deep longings, see our word-shaped song in clear voices, creating new rhyme.
Thank you so much, Helen, and thank you everyone for joining us. You can see there's the Australian Orders website and also for international orders that are available there for the books. And I thought that just before we all take off, Anna, would you unmute everyone? And we might just all give a word of congratulations and thank you and goodbye to Margie and Jen.
Congratulations, Margie.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Fantastic.
Margie and Jen. Beautiful.
Well done.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. Margie, well done. Thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Well done.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Wonderful.
Bye.
Done.
Bye.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you, Brenda.
Thanks, Sally. Thank you.
Congratulations to you both.
Beautiful. Wonderful. Bye, Jen. Bye, Margie.
Thank you.
Bye, Jen.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Sally.
Sally.
Yep.
Beautiful ritual.